Hello, everyone. Today's episode is brought to you by two sponsors. That's right, not one, but two.
That's more than one.
I know. First, as always, MeUndies. Y'all put them on your body.
Hell yeah.
MeUndies, even though it's in the name, they're not just for me. They're not just for Crendor. They're for you, too. The only underoos I wear are MeUndies.
I thought they were only for me.
No, they're for me.
God. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
I can share.
Yeah, so can I. I can share too, which is why we're letting you in on the secret. Best underwear you'll put on your body, hands down. We'll get into that. Also, for Hims, it's a wellness brand. We're going to talk about getting healthy with yourself. I know, Crendor, you need to get healthy with yourself.
I need to get very healthy with myself.
Yeah, that yogurt's not cutting it for you, man.
It's not. I got to step up my game.
You got to step it up, and so we'll talk about that as well. Now let's jump into the podcast.
Hello, everybody, it's time for Cox and Crendor.
Cox and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studios. Recording. Wake your ass up, it's the Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Oh, that's a weird. Normally you're like, welcome to Cox and Crendor in the morning. You're just like, welcome to Cox and Crendor in the morning. Today we're going to be discussing NPR and the various issues in the environment.
Today we're discussing the political nature of the sub-Saharan African region and the implications on world politics and environmental science. With me, as always, is Dr. C. Endor.
Hello, thank you for having me. Yes.
So how do you feel about oranges, Doctor?
Oranges are one of the most nutritious and vitamin-enriched foods you can digest into your body. And one of the things I love about oranges is that not only the color, which is a vibrant, powerful orange color, hence the name orange, it's just the ability to give you that citrusy blast of energy that's packed into that small sphere.
Now, is that a scientific term? Citrusy blast?
It's a Starburst term, I think.
I think I saw an adult film call that once.
Huh. I would love to see an adult film.
It was a dude dressed up like an orange. It was weird. That's
I would
my
still
fetish.
love to see that adult film.
People dressing up like fruit. What a weird movie that would be. People just dressed up like fruit.
Just any movie in general. It doesn't even have to be an adult film.
It's like the Fruit of the Loom guys.
It'd be like a David Lynch film. Everyone's just dressed as different fruit. And they're just like,
Yep.
Hello, Deborah. How are you? It's like, I am fine, Mark. And they're just like standing there dressed as a banana and an apple.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they don't address it because it's normal to them.
Holy shit. That needs to get made.
That does not need to be made. Don't make that.
Please make it.
Unless they end up doing it at the end, in which case,
Well,
awesome.
all right. Approved.
Yeah. Anyway, hi.
Hello.
You're back. You exist.
I'm back,
How are you doing?
man. I have been on a journey.
Yeah, tell people what happened to you because I don't know how many people are aware of the trials and tribulations you've been through.
I think if you've watched my stream, you probably know because I talked about it a lot.
You do. You invade other people's streams and
Yeah.
bring up more information than I ever wanted to know about yourself.
I got nothing else to do. I might as well invade other people's streams.
I guess that's true.
So, what happened was let's go back all the way 2 years ago. I started getting some stomach troubles, all right? It was like just some irritation, some gastritis, some pain. And so I go to the doctor, and they're like, all right, well, let's do some blood tests. And they're like, your B12's kind of low. Let's do an endoscopy. Check if you got any, like, celiac, stomach issue. Like, they check you for everything. You're like, all right.
Sure.
So they stick a tube down your throat and look around your stomach, and they're like, you got mild gastritis, but nothing too crazy. And then he was like, you know what? Bet it's your gallbladder. And I was like, okay. And then they did all these tests, and they're like, you have a gallstone. And so the doctor was like, well, some people are fine with a gallstone, you know, you just kind of, you live with it. Like, a lot of people, and like, I think it was like 30% of people are going to get a gallstone, like, out of all people. So he was like, hey, you can live with it.
What does that mean? How do you live with it? What does it do to you? I don't know these things.
So let me tell you about the gallbladder, because I've learned a lot about.
Please do. Educate us.
What happens is your body creates bile. Bile helps digest foods, and especially fats. And so if you eat a fatty meal, your gallbladder helps to store the bile. That's all it does. It's an organ that has bile in it, and whenever you eat some fatty food, it's like, and it squirts out the bile, and it helps you digest it. When you have a gallstone, what can happen is the stone can block the bile duct from doing that, and it creates insane amounts of pain. And it also can make you die.
Question.
Yes.
How does the stone form?
It just slowly, I think it was slowly calcifies over time. Like you just get all this bile, and it just kind of forms. It's like a kidney stone. How you can get kidney stones. Your body just makes stones, man. It's weird. And so some people have like a bunch of stones. It could also be genetic, because I had my grandma and my aunt both had gallstones, so I think it might just be genetic.
Okay.
And the doctor actually had a thing where they're like, we call it the 4 Fs. It's either fat. They said fat people that lose a lot of weight very quickly tend to get gallstones.
Okay.
Females tend to get more gallstones.
All right. So you went from fat to 50% of the population of the earth.
Yeah. Well,
there's the 4 Fs.
They said the doctors call it the 4 Fs. Then there's fertile.
Right.
Fertile, so pregnant women tend to get gallstones. And 40, which means if you're over 40, you tend to get a gallstone, which
my God. If you're overweight, pregnant, a woman, and over 40, you're basically just a giant gallstone.
You've probably got one. Yeah. You've probably got one at this point.
Okay.
So I was like, wow, I'm none of those things. And he is like, well, the last one was just like genetics. He's like, it's not part of the Fs, but genetics can be a part of it.
The 4 Fs and a G.
Yep. And I was like, all right, well, okay. Which it's probably also contributed to my diet, which was growing up a lot of fatty things and eating out, and that. So it makes your gallbladder work harder essentially, and it kind of probably just formed over that period of time. So that was fun. So I was like, all right, well, I lived with it for about a year and a bit. Occasionally I'd eat something and be like, oh, I'm kind of queasy. Or like, it kind of feels weird there, but it was like, it would go away in like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, whatever. Some people get crazy pain attacks, like 10 out of 10 on the pain scale. That's usually when it's blocked though. So about December of this year, I had eggnog. And if you don't know, what eggnog is,
That's already trouble.
Imagine you just took eggs, heavy cream, and butter and alcohol, just mixed it up. There you go. That's eggnog, and that is very anti-gallbladder and body friendly. And so after I drank that, I was like, oh, and it hurt. And it wasn't bad, but it was like, that feels like where my gallbladder is. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, maybe it was a one-time thing. So I tried it again the next day, and it was not a one-time thing.
Okay.
Exact same pain.
I like how you're like, that horrible pain I felt probably isn't going to happen again. And then you did the exact same thing?
Yeah, I did the exact same thing. So that really irritated it to the point where normally it'd go away after a few days. This didn't go away. This was every day. And I was like, that's not good. So every day I would just be like, ugh. And it made doing things kind of difficult. It wasn't even pain. It was just kind of queasy and then kind of irritated. It's like having a rock in your shoe constantly. And you're just like,
right.
So I gotta see the doctor again. They do another ultrasound. They're like, you have 1 gallstone still, but that shit can mess you up. And I was like, all right. And they're like, you should probably get it out. And I was like, okay, I'll get it out now. I think it's time. So I had an Eastern European surgeon. He's this like old Eastern European man. He's like, I have done many gallbladder surgery. This is easy. I do many. I've done it 40 years. 40 years. Tell you what though, many experience does not matter if gallbladder inflamed. And I was like, oh. And he's like,
okay.
If gallbladder inflamed, we cut you open and have to get it out that way. Difficult procedure. But if gallbladder not inflamed, we do minimally invasive laparoscopic surgery. 3 cuts, 1 little thing, you go home. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds good. So he's like, no fat. no fat. So I didn't eat any fat. But
what was the process?
oh my God, I almost forgot. So about a week before my surgery, I was like, this was like the day before I even saw the surgeon. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I've been eating healthy for a while. I'm going to eat a cheeseburger. And I got cheese curds.
Boy.
And I got fries. And the next day, my pancreas hurt. And I don't know if you've ever had pancreas pain, but that is one of the least fun pains I think I've ever experienced.
I feel like the type of pain you're talking about is like an orgasm. You know if you have it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you know.
You're very aware. The people are like, I think I had an orgasm. No. You be aware.
It is.
You would know. Much like this pain,
Yeah.
you would. I've never had that type of pain. I don't think so.
I woke up from that day. So another thing that can irritate your gallbladder and digestive system and pancreas is if you only eat one meal a day. And that's all I did. I ate that one fatty meal that whole day and nothing else. And I woke up the next day and I ate a banana and I thought I had like the worst heartburn of my life. And I was just like, oh, and I like laid on the floor and I was like, and then it slowly went away over the next couple of days. And then I read about it online and they were like, gallstones can block the bile duct enough to where the pancreas tries to release enzymes, but it can't get through because the stone's blocking it. And so it just gets sent back to the pancreas and then it irritates the pancreas. So the gallstone starts goofing with you pretty hard. And so I was like, all right, well, thank God I'm getting this out in a week. And so I ate low fat. I ate like 5 meals a day. I was like, all right, let's do it. I lost like 10 pounds, but I was like, I don't even care. No pain, no game. And then, surgery day. I'm like, all right, you wash yourself with some stuff. It's like super soap. They give you like super soap to clean with. Then you get to the doctor, the hospital, and then you super scrub yourself with these other things so you don't get infected.
Right.
I'm like, all right.
Super soap. I wish they sold that all the time.
They actually do. You can buy it at anywhere.
What's it called? Hold on. What is super soap?
It's Hyba Cleanse, I believe.
Hyba Cleanse?
Yeah, Hyba Cleanse.
Can I get it on Amazon?
Probably. You can get it at like Walmart. You get it at Target,
Really?
Walgreens, wherever you go.
Oh my God, it is a thing. Hyba Cleanse.
Yeah, it's like a super antiseptic cleaner. So they
I
pretty
feel
much,
like after a while though, wouldn't
well, yeah, you don't want to use it all
the time because then it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. It's just the type of thing where you use it like once or twice to really clean yourself and then don't use it again.
Wow, it is. What they have information on the back.
Yeah.
Hand washing lessens odds of infection. Of those who have had surgery before, 48% don't believe they should wash their own hands or body in preparation for surgery. Those people are idiots. 1 in 3 didn't realize they and their caregiver could continue washing with antibacterial soap once they got home. So basically, this is like a bring it to your home after you have a surgery kind of deal.
Yeah. So it's like you use it before
then I
or
don't
after
need it.
surgery. So
Okay.
yeah, that's all it really is. So I was like, all right. So I wash myself with that. Then I scrub yourself down. Then I'm like, all right, you get in your bed. You wait. And the anesthesia dude comes in and the nurse comes in there. It's like, you're allergic to anything. They check your vitals and whatever. You're like, all right. Then anesthesia guy comes in and he's like, yo, I'm gonna knock you out. And you're like, all right. And he's like, I'm gonna give you some anti-nausea stuff. I'm gonna give you he's like, blah, blah. And he's like, but let's give you a sedative before the surgery, help you calm down. And I was like, sounds great to me. And then he gave me that.
Were you stressed out or were you just
No.
like, yeah, man, hook me up?
Yeah, I was just like, whatever. That sounds good to me. And so I was just laying there. My mom and toaster woman were there. And I was just like, all right. And then they gave me the sedative. And I don't remember anything after that
That's
sedative.
the best way to
That
have a
shit.
surgery.
I remember getting the gas mask thing on when they're like, you're going in. But I don't remember anything before that. I was like, did the surgeon ever come in? And they're like, yeah, he came and talked to you and they asked you questions. I was like, I don't remember anything, which was great. So then you wake up and you're like, whoa, what the shit happened? And it's like, all right, you're good. And they're like, you feeling good? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. They're like, you want to go home? Like after all that? I'm like, yeah, I think I can go home. And they're like, all right, cool.
I wish I was there for the post-surgery version of you because I know you would have been loopy.
Well,
Just loopy.
you're not super, because they have phase 1. There's 2 phases to post-surgery. One is phase 1, where they don't let anyone but like nurses and doctors talk to you. And then once you've like fully awakened up, they're like, all right, now you move to like phase 2, which is like your family and whoever comes and talks to you and whatever. Then you're more awake. But I was like, all right, whatever. So they're like, here's the thing. Before you go home, you gotta pee. And I was like, oh, that's easy. I can pee. And so I started just drinking a bunch of water. Here's what they don't tell you. It doesn't matter how much water you drink because your GI tract hasn't fully awoken yet. So even if your bladder is full, your body's just like, I haven't waken up from the anesthetic yet. But then nobody told me that. So I was just pounding down water.
So you couldn't go to the bathroom?
Yeah, so I just couldn't go to the bathroom.
Can I tell you something crazy? All right. I've never had a surgery like this where it's been a major
I had neither
internal surgery.
Now.
But one time I went to a party and they had like some really good pop brownies. Guys,
Right.
don't do drugs.
Don't do
but
drugs.
you know, whatever. I'm old. I'm gonna die eventually, so I don't care.
Right.
Anyway, so I was like, hell, I'm totally in. I went home that night and like had to take the biggest dump ever. But my body was like, nah, this isn't going to happen. And I was like, I just want to go to the bathroom. And nothing would happen. Like, my body was like,
Those pop
no,
brownies
dude,
shut
you're numb to
down
everything.
your GI tract.
It did. It totally, was like, yeah, no, I'm taking the night off. I was like, oh, this was a mistake. So, yeah, lessons learned. That's don't do drugs, kids.
So I was like, why can't I pee? Like, it seems obvious. And they were like, well, some people are more like prone or susceptible to the anesthetic where it takes longer to wake up. Some people are just like, oh, woke up, I can pee, good to go. And they're like, you're probably just more sensitive to it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So they were like, oh, you had gallbladder done. That's not even a hernia. Normally hernia people have the most trouble. They're like, you'll be fine. You just go home. And I was like, okay. So I went home. And about an hour later, my bladder started hurting. And I still couldn't pee. And I was like, I need to go back because I can't pee. So we had to go back to the ER. And then I had to get a catheter put in.
Oof.
Now,
you did go through everything. Oh, my God.
Let me tell you about a catheter. It's a small little rubber tube thing. And they shove it right down your ding-dong.
Yep.
Into your bladder.
Yep.
And so the nurse was like, you're going to feel a lot of relief after this. And I was like, is it going to hurt? And she's like, I've done a lot of these. And I was like, oh, God, it's going to hurt.
That's not an answer.
Yeah.
That's not an answer.
So they're like,
no.
breathe in. And you're like, and they just, bloop, and you're like, ah. It's about like 4 seconds of burning pain. But then you're good. And that just feels really weird. And then they're like, all right, you can go home. And so for like a day and a half, I had to carry around my pee bag. And your bladder just drains out the urine. And you realize how much you pee. There's a lot of urine.
I am terrified. That, like, I see those commercials on TV. They're like, you know, when I cath, I like to have a clean entry. And I'm like, if that is where my future
awful.
is, drop me in the ocean.
Yeah.
Let the fish take me. I can't.
Oh, it's bad. I don't want it again. Never again. If they're like, you gotta pee, I'm like, oh, I'll pee. I'll do it.
Punch me in the gut. I will pee. I'll do whatever it takes.
So I'm like, all right. So I go home, watch the Olympics. Thank God the Olympics were on. It's just something always on. So I was just chilling watching that. And then the other pain that everybody talks about is the gas pain. And it's not just like, oh, I
This is
ate
where
some
you would
beans.
come into everyone's chat and be like, yo, I'm really gassy today.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what?
Here's the thing. It's not like, oh, I ate some beans, I'm really gassy. It's like they pump you full of gas so they can work around inside you. So they legit inflate you like a balloon, and then they like get your organ out, and you slowly deflate. The problem is, to deflate and get the gas out, you gotta like move around, which it's hard to do after surgery, and then you gotta like burp or fart it out. And I couldn't fart yet either, because that's the last thing to wake up. So your GI tract, not alone does it not let you pee, but it's like, you gotta wake up from that if you want to fart. And I'm like, come on, body. Just come on. So you're sitting there, and like after a day and a half, like it's like this 2 days later, I was like, the gas pains are getting pretty bad. Like on that pain scale where they're like, show your pain, it was up to like a 7. Like I could barely even sleep. So I was like, I want to go back to the ER and see if they can do something because I'm not good right now. So I went back to the ER. They gave me morphine. Morphine didn't even do anything, honestly. It just made me kind of tired. And I was like, I feel pain, but I'm tired. And then as I was laying in the ER bed, like waiting, they did a CT scan. They're like, everything's good. You just got to wait to fart. I legit farted in the ER bed. And that may have been the greatest fart of my entire life. My entire
now you know
life.
what it's like to be me. Every fart I have is the greatest part of mine. I'm like, yeah, that was a quality fart.
I understand now.
Yeah, now you get it. Now you get it.
I get it. And so I was there like, do you want to stay overnight? I'm like, no, I farted. I feel I'm on the path to victory. And they're like, all right, good. And so then my surgeon came in because he's like, why are you here? Why are you here? And I'm like, I couldn't, like, I couldn't fart, whatever. And he was like, why you have catheter? Why they put catheter in you? And I was like, I couldn't pee. And he's like, they let you go home, you can't pee? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I don't get it. They can take it out now. You can pee fine. And I was like, okay. So this nurse comes in. She's like 60 years old. You can tell she's worked in the ER for like 40 years and nothing phases her. She's just like, looks like you're getting your catheter out. And I'm like, yep. And she had her nails painted. And I was like, oh, yeah, you have cool nails. And she's like, it's the only girly thing I do. And then she's like, all right. And then she just, gets ready to take it out. And I was like, is it going to hurt? And she's like, well, I'm not going to give you boxing gloves. And I was like, what's that mean? And she's like, I don't want you to hit me. And I was like, okay. So they give you some lubrication. And I thought like, all right, they're just going to like slip it out. They yank that shit out. They yank it out. She's just like, all right, breathe in. And like, bleh! And I was like, ugh.
God damn. None of that. I'm so, you know what? Dear penis, don't ever make me go through that, please.
Imagine getting a Band-Aid ripped off, but inside your penis.
I can't, nope. I'm out.
And so I just laid there, and she's like, you can take a minute or two. And I was like, I'll take 2. And I just laid there. And after about 2 to 3 minutes, I was like, all right, I think we're good.
Oof.
And then they're like, if you can't pee in 8 hours, you come back. And I was like, oh, I'll pee. And I went home and I peed. And that was the greatest urination I've ever had in my entire life.
You came out on the other side doing so well. You were like, you know what? Path to recovery, man. Path to recovery.
Mm-hmm. And so after all that, it's every day's just kind of been a little better, thankfully. And now I'm at the point where I can walk, I can drive, I can play video games.
Can you sing?
La 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 la.
God damn, he's back, baby.
Yeah, I got some. It feels like I've done a lot of sit-ups. Still, it's still kind of sore, but like, it's nowhere near compared to like a week or a week and a half ago. Like, not even close. I'd say another week, and I'm gonna be like, running marathons. Maybe not a marathon, but down the block. So yeah, that was my fun journey. Oh yeah, then I went back, and then my apparently the last thing they want you to do is have a bowel movement. So I had that happen, and that was a journey. But then the surgeon, when I saw him to get my like bandages off and stuff, he's like, have you had bowel movement? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, thank God we don't call CNN for world's craziest gallbladder surgery. And I was like, oh, that makes me feel good.
I like your doctor.
He's just like this old Eastern European man. And then every time I would bring up his name, they're like, oh, he's always here. He's like a workaholic. And I was like, well, I mean, that's good. He's not bad at what he does. So he was just like, all right, you're good. We put Band-Aid on. You are fine. And I mean, ever since then, I've been getting better every day. And that was my fun journey.
Whew. It sounds like you had a journey.
It was a journey. And so now I've been reintroducing foods. I can drink coffee again. I've been eating chips and salsa. I actually had a hamburger today. And I've been fine. Some people are like, I ate a hamburger and it just didn't sit well. I'm like, I've been eating everything. I'm good.
Well, that's because, you know what? That's because you're young.
That's true. It might
That's
be.
because you're young. But you're going to get older, Crendor. You're going to get older.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get older, you're going to start falling apart. Did you know that by age 35, 66% of men have started to lose their hair?
Oh, no.
When that stuff starts going, it's harder to get it back than to keep what you already got. Trust me.
I love my hair.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do. Right now, reach up, touch your head.
I'm touching it.
Do you feel any hair loss or do you feel luscious locks?
I feel luscious locks.
You're one of the lucky ones. Right now at home, if you're reaching up and you're feeling some hair loss, then you, my friends, are like me. I'm starting to get up there in age. I'm starting to have a little bald spot in the back of my head. Drives me crazy. If there's anything I could do to fix that thing, I would. There's 4hims.com.
4hims.com.
A one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness for all men.
I'm a man.
Medical-grade solutions, real doctors offering well-known generic equivalents to name-brand prescriptions to help you keep your hair. This isn't an herbal supplement. This isn't some pseudoscience. These are prescriptions backed by science. The real deal.
Shit, dude.
No waiting room, no awkward doctor visits, all done online, 4hims.com. Answer a few quick questions. Doctor will review it and prescribe you what you need directly to your door.
Wow.
I know. I was like, okay, all right, what's the deal with this? I talked with the owners and the co-founders of 4hims, and like, I want to know. I want to know what they can do for me because I want to be like you. I want to have luscious locks.
That's true.
And beautiful. I want my skin to sparkle.
My skin sparkles all the time.
You're like a vampire. I've seen that.
Yeah.
So here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna send me some stuff, and I'm gonna try it.
Oh,
and
shit.
next time, I'm gonna drop reviews. I'm gonna let you know what's up.
You're going to become like me. Be Jesus.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think you are either. I feel like none of this is true. But right now, you can join me on this adventure for a trial of everything you need to keep your hair going strong for just $5 right now. That's what I'm in on. I am going to try and keep my hair. I already got a little bald spot forming. I'm not losing the rest. So, see the website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or a pharmacy, but not at 4hims.com. So here's what you got to do. 4hims.com, forhims.com/Cox.
I'm ready to watch this journey.
Join me. I could have beautiful, beautiful hair.
Your hair's going to be like autumn.
It will be like autumn. It's true. So, speaking of gas,
Right.
I had the biggest taco salad on planet Earth today. Like,
all right.
legitimately the biggest. I feel not well. So today for lunch, it is many hours later.
Right.
And today for lunch, I got a taco salad. And it was twice as deep as it was round. Like, it was so big. It was the majority beans and meat. And I want to say sprinkles of lettuce, but it was so good. It was so good. And I have made a terrible mistake. I feel bad. Not good. I was walking around the office just like, guys, I've made a mistake. I've made a terrible mistake. And everyone was just like, just go for a walk. It hurt to move. I was like, oh, I just want to go lie down.
I know that feel.
Oh God, it was bad. It was bad. You know what? Maybe this is the reason why I deserve to lose my hair. Just like, I'm not taking care of myself at all. It was rough. I was just like, oh, yeah. I understand your pain in a real physical sense right now. But damn, was it good. Every once in a while you find a Mexican place that is like real good.
Yeah.
This place, the chicken at this place, next time you're in town, I gotta take you. It looks like a place a drug deal would happen in the back of, and probably does. But whatever they put in that chicken is so good that it breaks the reality of what chicken should taste like. It is like shredded chicken that tastes so juicy. It's not reasonable how good it is. And you're just like, I just want to get it. I just want to eat that chicken. And then you eat it, and you're like, why'd I eat so much of it? Oh, that was my day has not been a good one. That was hours ago, and I still feel like I just got like punched in the gut a bunch. I'm just like,
sounds amazing though.
Oh, at the
It's
time
like,
it was great.
There's one Mexican place by me. I could never find a good one. I found one that makes amazing fajitas. I'm like, oh my god, so now I just get fajitas all the time.
I love fajitas. Fajitas are so like on a sizzling grill.
Yeah.
Fajitas. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the little tray.
Yeah, they bring it out. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. And then you can make your own. I love
yeah.
that.
I've been cooking a lot because turns out, eating out is high in fat and salt and things that irritate everything. So I was
What?
like, you know what? I
Who
know.
knew?
So I've legit ate, let's see, what have I been eating? Graham crackers, normal crackers,
Okay.
rice, broccoli, green beans, chicken. What else have I eaten? I ate like just that for the longest time.
Damn.
Beans, black
Mhm.
beans, tortillas.
I love black beans. I love black beans.
Yeah.
I haven't had bread in my house forever. I just have tortillas.
Tortillas are great.
Tortillas
I
and
love
anything.
tortillas.
Oh my god, I can just make a sandwich with a tortilla, and it's like a little burrito, but it's the tortilla sandwich.
Well, normally when I wake up, I have 2 whole wheat pieces of bread and a piece of fruit and coffee. That's my breakfast.
Mm.
And then for
Do you
like
put anything
lunch,
on the bread, or you just have the bread?
I got some jelly. I got some jam. It's pretty good. I like that. And then for lunch, I usually have some like chicken, rice, and broccoli, which is pretty good. And then for dinner, I'll have like the rice, beans, tortillas, some salsa and chips. And then today I made a hamburger, and yesterday I made a hamburger, but I get the like low fat. It's like 90-10, so it's only like 10% fat, so it's really lean meat. And that's been
Technically,
really good.
I think that makes that a steak burger then.
Oh, really?
Isn't
Maybe then.
I don't remember what the actual definition is, but it's like more meat than fat content. It's like 80-20 is an average hamburger. Like
Yeah.
a steak burger is like 6% fat, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like super meaty is the difference.
Yeah. All I know
like
is
a higher
I bought
quality.
90-10, and it like there's not as much fat even when you're cooking it. Like it doesn't like splatter all over. But it's still really good, and it doesn't irritate anything. So I'm like, sweet, I can eat hamburgers. So that made me happy. And then I fry up the onions like with the meat, and then it's kind of like Five Guys where they like sear the onions and everything. It's really good, and it's cheap. I realized how cheap doing all that. You can make 2 burgers for like $2.80.
Right. Yeah.
like the meat.
That's why it makes more sense to not go out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just been cooking at home. It's been fun. It made me want to start up my cooking thing again.
Well, I mean, you should. You should do that.
I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be great.
Speaking of going out, there have been a few like bars and things that have opened up near my house. And so I think I told you about one that's sort of a breakfast, like a nighttime breakfast bar.
Yeah.
So another one opened up, and it is, what's the best way to describe it? Like, it's very chic. Like, not a place I'd ever go to again. But I was
Right.
like, I'll go check it out and see what it's like. It had like a coastal theme, like that kind of crap.
Yeah.
But the nightlife was incredible. The people there, oh, Crendor, it was the best people watching. So, of course, as always, I'm like, well, I'm going to go to this bar and just hang out with friends and experience it.
Yeah.
But apparently this bar is, I'm going to say like the white person equivalent of those Japanese hostess bars. I think is what this was. I think. I can't be certain. But I think that's what. So we're sitting around. We're having some drinks. We're like at the bar. And I look around the room. And I'm not even joking. Every woman there had to have been maybe 22, 23, young 20s,
Right.
dressed very scantily. Like, nightlife dress.
Yeah.
Not like wearing lingerie dress. But, like,
Yeah.
and everyone they were talking to and flirting with, maybe 60-year-old men. Everyone in this bar was like 60 or 70 years old. And I was like, what? Like, we were the youngest guys there. And I was like, something's not right here. This is weird. And so we start looking around. And I think that's what this was. I think this, like, was a bar where old guys go to flirt with young
The
women.
Sugar Daddy bar.
I think. Also, oh my God, someone sent us a sugar daddy story. I have to find that for you. I'll find that while I talk about this. So literally, like, I start I start like walking around and talking to people because I'm like, I need to ask, but not like be like,
Yeah.
yo, is this a bar where old men just hit on young women? And like,
Yeah.
how is this legal? So I was talking with this one girl and I was like, do you work here? And she's like, no, but this is like where I hang out on Saturday nights. And I was like, you hang out here? Like, she's like, yeah, all my girlfriends and I come out here. I'm like, why? It seems a little like, I don't know, not your scene. And she's like, oh, this is totally my scene. And right then I was like,
Yeah.
okay. She's like, this is totally my scene. And I was like, really? Because you seem like you'd be up towards Hollywood, and this is down near Venice, and it seems very much like not where, you seem like you would be at a West Hollywood party. And she's like, oh, that's every other night of the week. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. I go to different bars and sort of like host. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah. This is one of the locations, and we all come down here and we like chill out with these guys, and they buy us drinks and stuff, and we like talk to them, and then other nights of the week we go to other bars. It's like, whoa, time out. What? I was like, what? She's like, yeah. It's kind of like my job, but also I'm in school. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. And so she brings over her friend, and her friend, I think, had to have been a little older because she said she was out of school, but I guess they met through this, and this is the thing that they have an agency for this. Whoa. She was telling me that they have an agency, and the agency like hires on attractive women to basically go around to bars in the LA area and just flirt. But like it's their job, and so she's like, yeah, we're not supposed to go home with anyone, but sometimes, and I'm just like, I don't know. What are you saying to me? Like, are you paid flirters? Is there like an underground flirt society I'm not aware of? And she's like, yeah, I mean, kind of like that. And this one girl, and I wish I could remember her name. I think it was like Amy, Amber, Ashley. Started with an A.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, so you get paid to do this? And she's like, well, it's kind of like waitress where you don't get paid a lot of money, but you get paid in the tips and things the men give you. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, wait, so you're kind of like sugar babies? And she's like, no. We don't like have one guy. There's a lot of guys, and they just want to have a company for the night. And I'm just like, I can't. I was like, what? What are you talking about? And I asked, because I was like, so wait, if this is your job, what did you do before this? And she's like, oh, I was a history teacher. I laughed so hard. I was like, oh, really? All right. Well, then I guess we both sold out. I was like, and so, they just like go from bar. I guess they go from bar to bar to bar, and every night is like, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there's a set bars they go to, because I didn't get that far into it, because at some point, some dude who I think was probably like a rich millionaire walked up and was like, could I borrow her for a moment? And like took one of the women away, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave you guys. Have fun. And then I went back over to my friends and started talking to them, and it's like, what the fuck is this place? But straight up, it's just like, I think they either, one, they have a set list of bars they go to, and they show up at each one and just flirt with people, or two, they're hired out to bars, and then they go to those bars to make it seem like that's a cool hip place to be, because this bar just opened. So what I'm thinking is the owners literally contacted this agency and was like, fill our bar with attractive women.
Yeah, that seems like it makes the most sense. I was trying to put that together, like why who's paying them, and how are they making the money?
Yeah, I think that might be it. And then they all show up at the bar, and because the clientele did not, it seemed like, when you see on a TV show the old scummy dudes at like a bar, and they're just like, hey, give me another beer, Steve. That's what it seemed like, except they were trying to go for like high class bar. And so it was a bunch of, again, really attractive women, and then just like old dudes who were just, I don't know, either they were rich or they dressed up because they were like, there's hot girls there, so it was weird. It was definitely a place I'd never go back to, so it did not seem like it was a young kid hangout, which for me to say, I think sounds really weird. Young kid hangout. But it was a place that like wasn't, hip or cool or whatever. It just was weird. And I'm now curious, if I go to Hollywood, if I would like see them out and be like, oh, I know you.
It's like an odd step next to like a Hooters or a Tilted Kilt or a Twin Peaks or all those places.
Absolutely. I think it's very similar, except she just like, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say of the 20 or so women that were in this bar, 15 were paid to be there.
Yeah.
Which is just bonkers to me. I I want to know more. I'm fascinated by stuff like this because it seems so genius to be like, yeah, I'm gonna pay people to come to my bar, but it also seems really dumb that you would have to do, like, I don't know. I have so many questions and I received no answers. I just got like little snippets of information and I would love to know more.
Gotta be somebody that knows something.
Right? How bizarre was that? It was a weird experience. All right, I found the article.
Okay.
So here's the article. This is CBS News. This really happened. I think this is amazing. 73-year-old sugar daddy banned from Florida beach for seeking sugar baby. Wearing a t-shirt that said accepting application for the letter or the number 4, a sugar baby. Daytona Beach, Florida. A 73-year-old man is banned from a Florida beach after a parent complained that he was handing out business cards that read sugar daddy seeking his sugar baby. While police didn't arrest Richard Basaraba, sure, the county beach safety captain, Tammy Maris, said he'd been told to stay off the beach and walkovers for 6 months for violating an ordinance that prohibits listening on the beach. Basaraba told the Daytona Beach News Journal he's devastated by what he considers an overreaction by officials. He said he wasn't trying to entice young girls into doing anything illegal when he handed business cards out to a group of girls on Daytona Beach on Saturday. But the mother of a 16-year-old complained to authorities after her daughter told the mother about the incident. The girl told officials that a man handed her 18-year-old friend a business card while they were at the beach. It featured a picture of a younger woman sitting on the lap of an older man wearing a business suit. Printed on the card were his email address and accompanying text, "Ask me about your monthly allowance." Basaraba told the newspaper he wished he'd been more careful in handing out the cards. He didn't know anyone was under 18. A Beach Patrol report says Basaraba told the 16-year-old that she should contact him when she's 18. The ban is a trespass order. Amaris said someone who violates such an order can be arrested for trespassing. Basaraba wasn't arrested because police didn't see him handing out the business cards. "I'm really upset about it," he said. "This really knocked me for a loop." He recently bought a t-shirt that reads accepting applications for a sugar baby, which also proved to be a conversation starter, he said. "I've had women stop me and say, I want to take a picture with you in this shirt. They want to put him on Facebook." He said 95% of the women just found it hilarious. Maybe the younger ones didn't as much as the older ones did. The retired engineer says he's embarrassed and would like to apologize to the teenager and the mother. "I engaged the younger girl before I knew she was 16 because of her bust size," he said. "I did make the mistake of saying, you're the cutest one here, call me when you're 18. He said his wife died in 2003 and he's never remarried, and he and his daughter and granddaughter live in town. I read in the paper about men having sex with underage women, and their life is gone. I can show you my bank account. I don't have any assets. I don't have money. I just have enough to live. I don't have the money for a sugar baby," he says. Then why did he... Yeah. Okay, I'm so confused. All right. I just like the idea that there's some guy in Florida like, yo, hey, ladies. Good for him.
How would you like to be with me?
How would you like to, have a sugar daddy?
I love
great.
it.
All right. Well, man, I think, you know what? Before we jump into news,
Right.
I promised you this, and I said I would do it.
Okay.
I went online, set up my Oculus Rift, got my VR set up.
Oh, yeah.
I was ready to watch Nicolas Cage in the Humanity Bureau.
Right.
It did not work. I couldn't get it to work.
What?
I know. I'm going to try again, but I don't know what it is because apparently I went online to go see the reviews and ratings, and people are saying that there's an option for a $3 version, but I don't know what I'm getting. I feel like I need to look. I need to go online and find this out. I'll pay for whatever I need to pay for, but people are saying that there's a paid version and an unpaid version, and there's like one version that is 80% finished and one version that doesn't seem like it's actually real, and one version is only 45 seconds. I don't know what they've created, but I'm more interested than ever to see what this is.
And it says join the VR evolution. Like, this is supposed to be groundbreaking.
This says, one review says, content made absolutely no sense. The preview told me extremely little about the movie. The VR content just isn't there. I don't know what they wanted me to see in this movie. I love it. That's the thing. People are like, I don't even know what this movie is.
I just want to see Nicolas Cage in VR.
Yeah, I want to be in Nicolas Cage's car. Like, there's a scene where him driving in a car. I want to be in the car with Nick Cage, and I want to look over and be like, Nick, get us out of here, bro. I don't know. I have no clue.
Damn. I want to try to get this. Wait, will it work on a Vive?
No, it says it only works in the Oculus.
Damn. My dreams are ruined.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, I think it is time for us to do what we always do, and that's talk about MeUndies real quick.
All right, talk about that MeUndies. That bus up here in the sky.
No, that's later. You can't be in the chopper copter until we get to the chopper copter.
Oh, sorry, I'm out of it.
You're so out of it. Those damn
I'm
drugs.
out of it, man.
So out of it, man. I can't even see, man. No,
What?
MeUndies. You know I'm a believer in the product. Crendor wears MeUndies. They are the perfect balance of comfortable fit and sweet caress on your butt. It's the truth. It's the truth.
That's the truth.
What can I even say? They have micro-modal fabrics. I don't even know what any of this means. I'm just literally...
It's soft.
It's soft. It is just the softest. Sustainably sourced, natural soft fibers, starts with beechwood trees and ends with the most amazing fabric you've ever experienced. They have in front of us right now, we have a script they gave us to read you. I'm not going to read this script. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to let you know. It is the best you will put on your body. Everyone who has bought them and been like, I figured I'd try it, has loved it. Everyone. We've seen tweets and people be like, yo, this is the dopest. I'm telling you, they got Crendor brand, which is like gray and normal and boring.
It's true. I need to buy some more, actually. I was going to buy more really soon.
And then they have a crazier, like, oh, this is hot pink. And then they have Jesse style, which is just, I have one, it's pizzas. It's little pizzas. I have one, it's like Mexican sort of Dia de los Muertos mask. Like, it's so good. Oh, man. I have the best. One of mine glows in the dark. So call me if you want to see them. I love them. They're so good. There's tons of variety, and you can either subscribe and get one sent to you every month, or you can just buy one or two or whatever you want. I'm telling you, it is worth it. It is definitely worth it. They are the only underwear that I wear now, and I love them to death.
I've never seen somebody not like them.
That's what I'm saying. And also, yo, if you like them, tweet at MeUndies when you tweet at us, because people keep tweeting at us like, yeah, I bought them. They're great. Tweet at MeUndies. Let them know. We want more of that MeUndies money, man. We'll take it.
We'll take it.
We'll
or
take it.
MeUndies. They can pay me in MeUndies.
They could. I want more. I'm going to let you know, I have a drawer filled with them. It is a problem that I have. I have enough. I could literally go, I think, 2 weeks.
Damn.
And not have to wash any underwear. That's
I
how
had
many
a point
I have.
after like 4 or 5 days, because I only got like 4 or 5 pairs, and then it hits a point where I'm like, well, now I got the other underwear, and I don't want to wear that, and then I just put them back on.
Yeah, I do not have any other underwear. It doesn't exist. I only have MeUndies. I have, I think, 14 pairs.
Oh my God.
I have an issue. I have a problem. It doesn't matter. I love them. I think they're great. Right now, if you go to MeUndies.com/Crendor,
That's me.
you can get 20% off your first pair, free shipping, 100% satisfaction guarantee. They're so sure you're going to love it. 100% satisfaction. If you hate it, which you will not, they'll give you your money back. It's a no-brainer, y'all. It's a no-brainer. These things, if you're a man, if you're a woman, doesn't matter. If you are literally looking for underwear for your animal, your pet animal, if you want to put underwear on a cat, this your cat would appreciate it.
They'll love it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter who you are. These will just be the best you've ever experienced. It's like you're wearing nothing. Right now I have them on. Had I not thought, I wonder if I have underwear on right now, I would not think I did.
I'd go as far to say it's better than nothing.
It really is. They're so comfortable. I can't even stress it enough. MeUndies.com/Crendor. You need to go there.
MeUndies.com/Crendor. MeUndies.com/Crendor. MeUndies.com/Crendor.
All right, well, let's go to Chop with Crendor. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
I'm up here, the chop boppity bop boppity bop, and it is crazy. There is traffic everywhere. They are getting excited that we got daylight coming back. That's right, only one more week until that daylight savings time is kicking up. We're going to be saving that daylight. Everybody's enjoying it. The days are longer, and they're just getting outside more. They're going to the beach. They're going to IKEA. They're going to buy groceries at the market. They're going to haggle at the bazaar. It is bizarre out there, folks. Be safe and have fun.
Thanks, Crendor. Now let's go over to Crendor at the weather desk. Crendor, how's that weather?
Weather desk is actually insane.
Is it?
I don't know. I haven't looked up anywhere yet.
Are you going to talk about the nor'easter? The nor'easter's coming. It's going to be terrible trouble.
The nor'easter.
The old nor'easter.
A northeaster, a storm or a wind blowing from the northeast, especially in New England. Whoa! I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't make this stuff up. I just make up the accents.
Let's see. Nor'easter. As cleanup from Friday's ferocious nor'easter continues, we are tracking the development of a second nor'easter. Oh, shit. Set to impact the Delaware Valley within a week's time. The time frame of concern is Tuesday night, Wednesday into Wednesday night, as an area of low pressure moves up from the eastern seaboard and strengthens offshore. Rain changing to wet snow, accumulating snow likely, wind threat not as widespread. So it's just rain turned into snow, which is probably ice below that. At this point, the damaging wind threat appears less widespread. The concern, however, for the downing and uprooting of trees remains present due to the damage and weakening from Friday's winds, as well as saturated ground. Accumulating shovelable snow is looking increasingly likely, with the possibility of the high totals occurring east of the I-95. Precipitation is set to start as rain for most and transition to a wet snow that could again be heavy at times as colder air wraps in around the back of the system. Models are still in disagreement on the timing of the transition and duration of the rain versus snow. Damn, that nor'easter. That's the weather.
There you go. All right. Let's talk sports.
Sports. We got a lot of sports stuff happening right now, actually. NBA, NHL are kicking in the high gear. The seasons are ending. They only got like 1 month left each before the playoffs hit. And in baseball, spring training starting again. Everybody's getting going in baseball. There's got the catchers and the pitchers reporting in. You got some games going on where it's warm. And then they're going to start up in about 3.5 weeks. They start the first game opening day for baseball. I always like that because I like having baseball on in the background whenever I do anything. It's a good background sport. And then football. The NFL draft is next month. Getting ready to draft some NFL future Hall of Fame.
There's one. I was watching. There's one draft. There's one draft. There's one draftee. I don't know. What do you call someone in the draft?
Right.
He only has one arm. I watched him do like 225-pound push-ups or whatever.
I saw that guy.
Holy
that was
crap.
crazy.
Way to make everyone feel insecure about themselves. That guy was like killing it.
Yeah. I'd draft that guy. He's got like robot limbs.
Yeah, man. And that's, as we've always said, that is what we need in sports. More
that's
robot.
The future.
Robot violence in sports. Make it happen.
Yeah, because I mean, people are like, it might be unfair. It's like, that's the point.
Yeah.
I want to go to a sports game. I want to see Robot Ricky hit like a 800-foot home run. Like, oh my God, he hit it like 2 miles away.
Hell yes, I want that more than you know. I want to see a robot rip another robot's head right off.
Yes.
And then score a touchdown with his own head. The ball is the enemy's head.
Oh my God. I just realized, did you see that they're going to be bringing back the XFL? Yes.
You know what? If they try to make it like something stupid, like this is the real football where people don't take a knee, I'm out. But if they come back and they're like, this is going to be dudes shooting off rockets and stuff, like the old XFL was trying to be at the beginning,
yeah,
I want that. I'm in. I'm in for that. If they make it ridiculous, I'm in. If they make it the wrestling of football, I'm in.
I'm ready for it. I think they can make it crazy, and I hope it's crazy.
Yeah, I hope it's crazy too. If they want to make it as extreme as the XFL really is, they need to have robots. Start with like lame robots like the Osimo and things like that, and have them try to score touchdowns. Get that one pack mule robot that like can't get knocked over, and see if another robot can tackle it. Get all the robots. Get those power robots that have like blades on them that they fight in competition.
Yeah.
Bring those guys in. I want to see it. I'd love that. That'd be amazing.
I'd love that too. Oh yeah, did you watch the Olympics?
I did. Mostly I watched curling because that's the best.
Oh my god, I loved curling. I learned so much about curling.
I love curling. That is my favorite sport. God bless Canada.
If I had to ever do Olympics, I would do curling. No doubt.
So when you watch people do curling, you're like, oh, well, that seems pretty easy. You just like, broom the ice, and one guy sort of flows with a giant, whatever the hell that thing is.
The rock.
Yeah, the rock. Whatever it is, the rock. But then when you watch people who don't know how to do it try to do it, they're terrible at it. And you're like,
yeah,
these are actually real sportsmen.
Yeah. That shit's crazy. It's like, and then they always yell because they got to sweep, but they're like, don't sweep, 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 sweep. And they're just like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh my God, it's great.
And then I fell in love with the South Korean curling team, the South Korean girls curling.
The girl with the glasses.
Oh my God. All of them beauties. I was just like, you have stolen my heart, South Korea.
Yeah, I was cheering for South Korea too, and they lost. It was sad.
They did.
They
lose.
still got silver.
They got silver, and no one expected them to get that far. So good on them.
Yeah, that was great. And then what else? They had all the typicals. There's the snowboarding. That was pretty cool.
Watching was it Shaun White? Probably.
Yeah,
I think it was Shaun White.
Probably.
Someone on the men's either snowboarding or skiing team did so well their first run. Their second run, they just goofed off. And I was like, I wish I was that good at something. Where the first time I nailed it so bad that, like, from that point on, I could just goof off because I knew I already won.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had that talent. That latent talent, just be so good. The second time, you know what? I'm going to try some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I loved it. I like the Winter Olympics. I like more than the Summer Olympics. I think there's just more crazy stuff. Like Summer Olympics is all right, but it's like they're like, oh, we got track and field, but it's like they got like speed skating in this.
Yeah, I think because you have to get more creative because of the cold, right? So you can't just just run and or play a sport. You have to get creative with your sport. Like it's definitely running, but on skates.
Yeah, or they're like, here's the bobsled, and then they're like, here's the single person sled where it's like they're laying back, and then they're like, all right, now they got like face forward, and it's like, oh shit,
oh yeah,
like, darting down. It was crazy. I loved it. I just always had the Olympics on when I was trying to recover, and I was like, thank God, because it's like there's always something happening. There's the ski people. There's cross country. Just watching cross country. There's like dun 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 dun, and then they stop, and then they like try to shoot the targets with the gun, and they're just like, gotta adjust to the wind. Oh, and he missed it. Then he had like skate the lap, and he's like, and then they get like halfway through, and they're like ready to die, and they just gotta keep going. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch.
So I can't wait. And then the next Olympics for the winter's in China, and then the Summer Olympics is Japan. That's gonna be crazy.
Eventually we get one in LA, but going back.
Oh yeah.
The Japanese, you see the Japanese Olympic mascots?
I don't think so.
So Japan had 6. They let the children of Japan choose between 6 mascots.
Right.
3 male mascots, 3 female mascots, and they were like in pairs. So one was like a future tech mascot that looked kind of dumb. One was this really cute chibi pair, and they were like 2 little bears, and they were very, very cute. And one was sort of like an in-between. It was like just a cute little nothing mascot.
Yeah.
And the children of Japan, rather than choose the super cute ones that everyone I saw online being like, they're so cute, they chose the like weird future tech robot ones. And so now Japan's mascots for the next Olympics are like the most bizarre looking Animorphs. I'm just like, I can't.
Oh my God. They look like Pokemon from the new generation.
Yeah. So the 3 of them, there's 2020 Olympic mascots. And so the first set, one's blue, one's pink, and they sort of look like weird future square people.
Yeah.
And the next one, they look like Pokemon. Literally just Pokemon. And the next one are like a cat and a bear, and they're sort of like painted up pretty cool, and they look sort of chibi, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones everyone loved. Everyone was like, oh my God, those are amazing. The Pokemon ones, everyone was like, meh. The ones the children of Japan voted on were the ones that have like squares all over them.
Yeah, they should have picked the raccoon-looking bears.
The raccoon looks awesome. Yeah, that bear guy.
Yeah.
He's so cool looking. But,
damn it, kids.
Whatever. Damn kids.
Why'd they let the kids choose? Their brains aren't even developed yet. Oh,
School children chose poorly. You chose poorly, school children.
You chose poorly. But it'll still be cool seeing the Olympics there because they're going to do crazy shit.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for Mario to show up and be like,
yeah.
It's me, Olympic Mario. I can't wait. Actually, we'd hear Japanese Mario.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Mario. I can't wait. I would if I always wanted to go to Japan. I'd go during the Olympics.
Yeah.
2020. That's what?
Perfect time. It's
3 years away. 2 years. I'll hopefully, fingers crossed, still be alive then.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Let's do it. I'd love to go.
Yeah, I don't gotta worry about gallstones anymore. I'm full.
I ain't got no
force
room
ahead.
for those things.
Yeah. Oh my God. By the way, with that was sports. By the way, with gallstones, they said where your gallbladder used to be, there's a little nubby thing, like where they clip it off, and they said your stomach will actually push the bile up into there, and it forms a new mini gallbladder to help hold bile.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like your body evolves, kind of like how, like, chameleons and lizards lose their tail and it grows back or something.
All right. Well, what's our big news story of the day?
Pilot diverts plane after a passenger refused to stop farting.
Okay.
Imagine being in a confined space, huddled up close with tons of people, only for the urge to fart to reappear again and again. Unsurprisingly, people are getting pissed off. If you were identified as the culprit, you'd probably apologize, maybe even insist it was beyond your control, and try to sort it out in the bathroom. Well, not only was a bloke on a passenger plane unconcerned by people's protests, he actively refused to stop. A Transavia Airlines flight from Dubai.
I'm sorry, what?
Transavia.
Sure, Transavia, yeah.
Transavia Airlines flight from Dubai to Amsterdam had to make an unscheduled stop in Vienna to offload the guy. Two Dutchmen who were sat next to him reportedly asked him to stop, and when he didn't, they contacted the cabin crew. The pilot even got...
I love how they're very... Two Dutchmen were sitting next to him and were like, please stop.
Can you please stop farting? No, I ain't gonna stop.
I can't stop. Do you think he couldn't stop? Or do you think he... sure, okay.
I think he probably could have, but he hit a point out of spite, or he was just spite farting.
Sure.
The pilot even got involved, issuing a directive to the man to cease farting. When he did no such thing, a fight broke out, and the plane had to make a quick landing. Austrian police boarded the plane to escort the guy out, probably to everyone's relief. There are some people out there who get an absolute kick out of seeing people recoil in disgust when they smell their farts. While one or two can be funny, repeated gas, on a plane no less, must surely be awful.
Do you think... But why? Why was he farting?
Let's see. Two women in the same row as him were also kicked off, with passenger Nora Lacob telling De Telegraph, the strange thing is that we also had to leave the aircraft. While we did not know these guys at all. We happened to be in the same row, but did not do anything to justify the bizarre behavior of the Transavia crew. But a spokesperson for the airline told the newspaper the women were misbehaving and hurling verbal abuse. That is unacceptable. Our crew must ensure a safe flight. Our people are trained for that. They know very well where the boundaries are, etc., etc. How about you? Have you ever experienced any crazy stuff on a plane? Blah, 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 blah.
I just love the idea that a dude couldn't stop farting. How old was this guy?
They don't say. Again, they don't answer the hard-hitting questions.
Maybe he was like an elderly gentleman who just had bowel issues.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you had gallbladder surgery,
Right.
and you had lots of gas, and then you went on a plane, and you kept farting, would you apologize for it?
I mean, at that point,
Or would you be like, deal with it. I have not farted this good. Maybe that guy, maybe this was like, I can't fart unless I am 30,000 feet up in the air.
But even then, he should have just communicated, be like, listen, man, I haven't farted in like 4 days. This is like, I got to do it.
I got gas. Or do you think he did it on purpose? Like he was like, I don't care, I'm farting. And then when they yelled at him, he was like, I'm going to fart some more. Deal with it.
Yeah, I think he is just that person. He reminds me of somebody in League of Legends. You know?
He's the League of Legends player of farting?
Yeah, where you're just like, somebody's like going to troll, and they're just like, heh, and then you're like, hey, idiot, stop trolling. And they're like, well, I'm going to troll even harder now. Like that guy.
It's quite a possibility. We just don't know. The story didn't tell us anything. Like all news stories these days, nothing was told.
Yeah.
We learned nothing.
We never get the hard-hitting facts.
Never. We
that
never
need
get the
to know.
hard-hitting facts. Never.
And it's sad.
Breaks my heart
Sad
every
time.
time. Every time. All right, well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure, if you're on iTunes, to give us 5 stars. Give us a review. We love you so much when you do that.
If you're on YouTube, subscribe, thumbs up, favorite, like, share.
We have 2 YouTube channels. One for the animation, one for the podcast.
YouTube.com/Cox and Crendor for animations. YouTube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. All one word for the podcast. You can go to iTunes. You can go to SoundCloud. You can go anywhere this show's going.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be in more places in the future. But that's it for us. To be continued.